Crane leads Emma and Hardick into a boardroom with a council of select eye citizens. They are not wearing the metallic tattoos on their forehead. The eye council members all stand together and recite a pledge in unison and monotone.
As the Eye Council, our sole interest is the observation of fact. Our sole task, to conduct research experiments in a scientific manner. Our sole duty, to logically assess the information provided. And our sole purpose, the practical utilization of these discoveries for the perpetuation of the Eye Society.
Councilor Crane, this meeting is in session. Please present your specimens.
My fellow councilors, I would like to introduce to you Phase 3 of the Experiment 7I2H, otherwise known as Project Hardick.
Project what? Perhaps you'd like to remind your specimens that they are not permitted to speak during official council proceedings.
It grand gestures for Hardick and Emma to sit quietly. They do.
Project Hardick hasn't been addressed in years, Rain.
I'm aware of this, but an interesting series of events has recently occurred. As you may recall, I began working on this experiment 5 years after the conclusion of Project Aberrant, or Experiment 7I2A. As you may recall, I bore Hardick approximately 17 years ago via natural uterine childbearing.
Yes, we recall the grave. But remind us again why you were permitted to perform yet another one of your ridiculous hybrid birth trials.
The Eye Council stifles their laughter, murmuring.
Let me remind you that unlike Aberrant, Hardick was something of a success. Having combined my genetic material with that of an int tribesman, we rendered a product that was not only fully capable in logical and intellectual capacities, but also tested highly in defensive and reproductive instincts, as well as violent tendencies and physical strength.
And you would have been a successful spy as well if only you hadn't insisted on memory erasure.
Counselor, his memory had to be erased. Otherwise, my study of cross-cultural genetic predisposition would have yielded impure results. You must remember, he was raised with the knowledge of his status. Had he been released into the wild without the procedure, that knowledge would have affected his behavior, therefore tainting the experiment.
The experiment was tainted. The triopic malfunctioned and we lost track of him.
Until now.
Now he identifies as an it. And what conclusion, may I ask, is to be drawn from his reappearance?
He did identify with the tribe, yes. However, 2 days ago, upon encountering this young woman, Hardick began to detach from the senseless behaviors of his cohorts. Fortuitously, his decision to follow her brought him back within the borders of our tracking ring.
And who exactly is she?
That I haven't yet managed to confirm. I've taken tissue samples. They're currently being tested in the laboratory.
Insufficient. Child, please stand and identify yourself for the council.
Igraine nods, Emma stands.
My name is Emily Aha.
Henceforth known as Experiment 7I2E. Please state your origin.
From the mountains.
Well, thank you to cooperate 7I2E. The only mountainous formations on this continent are completely uninhabitable.
We're not from motherhood.
And what is she? Her genetic ancestry?
Who she was? Your guess is as good as mine.
We don't guess here, young lady. Surely you identify with either the It tribe or the Overeye Kingdom. Apart from us, we're the only other civilization left.
Well, I can't say that I do.
This is preposterous.
This is an opportunity to learn more. Her true nature is yet to be determined. I can't think of a more valuable specimen to study. Does she exhibit attributes of one civilization? Two? All three? Perhaps none.
She could be a mutant of some sort. Or an underskinned prototypical cyborg from one of the more advanced pre-licensed nations.
The point is that we don't know yet.
Is this related in any way to your other projects, Igraine? Or is this simply another feeble attempt to remain on this council?
Quite the opposite. I suspect the information we stand to gain will be invaluable. once finally extracted. Were it not for this prediction, I assure you I would have no interest in remaining on the council.
By all means, enlighten us.
There was a third person with them, councillors, an override who fled just before I arrived.
Hewitt?
The eye counselor shares silent notes.
Well, have you seen him? Do you know where he is?
Perhaps these experiments of yours may be useful to us after all.
Useful? What does that mean?
I think now would be a logical time to revoke the specimen speaking privilege. I agree.
Thank you, Councillor Brittane. You may escort experiment 792H and 792E to the holding chamber now. Meeting adjourned.
Brittane again gestures for Emma and Hardick to follow.
Scene 8. Holding chamber moments later. Emma and Hardick find themselves locked in a room smaller and darker than the middle quarters. They sit on the cold, hard floor, frightened.
People come and go so strangely here. So you're one of them.
One of both, best.
You really don't remember?
When I woke here, I felt at home, in a way.
You have anything to feel that way right now.
So, you really are from North.
Seems that way. But if there really are only 3 types of people, then I have to be one of them, don't I?
What does your stomach tell you?
My stomach.
Yeah, deep down, you've got to feel something.
Right now, all I feel is afraid. Cold.
I'm here.
Kuhn,
He
I'm
is
sorry,
not.
Hardick. I didn't.
He left you here.
Alone.
With me.
You don't know him.
And where is he now?
I wish I knew.
How well do you know him, Emma?
You can't call me that.
He calls you that?
But
He's a baby.
according to that Igraine woman, he's older than you.
He's gone. We don't know when you'll see him again, if you'll see him again.
Well, I believe I will.
Right now, right here, it's us.
Hardick tries to kiss her. Emma is tempted to dodges his advance.
We can't.
We can't.
You should.
Do you not want to? Stop me at any time.
Emma nods. Hardick kisses her for a moment before she pulls away.
But lately, this can't be right.
Who cares who might see? I don't even slightly hold me tightly. So don't fight me.
Emma and Hardick begin to move to the ground, roping each other in a frenzy. As Emma and Hardick continue to roll around on the floor, the door opens. They don't notice. In the doorway is Averitt. He stands awkwardly, staring at Emma and Hardick, utterly shocked, but also slightly intrigued. Averitt then promptly and quietly closes the door without disturbing Emma or Hardick. Seconds later, a loud knock on the door. Emma and Hardick separate and compose themselves. Averitt walks in, smiling.